A Nightmare on Elm Street, the original movie that, oh, you know, the whole final third act ruins this movie for me. Up until then, it was pretty good until the third act, which I'll get to. Anyway, the rest of the movie is very spooky and creepy until it gets to the third act when the girl main character wants to take on Freddy, and this is all downhill from there. Like, all the thing they had going for completely was totaled in the third act of the story. At the end, this is, oh boy. Like, whoa. I did not know failure could be that bad when movies failing until this happened. So this guy called Freddy Krueger killing people in their sleeps, inside their dreams, and they're dying in the real world, outside their dreams, besides this in their sleeps. Turns out he's a child murderer from their childhood that the parents murdered and took justice in their own hands. But his ghost is back for revenge. And the movie takes place in this, mostly takes place from this, the girl that fights Freddy in the end, in the real world, and she's the main character, I guess. And that's the setup, and then the next thing you know, those kids getting framed for murderers, and they think that it's not Freddy Krueger. They think it's like that's a ghost. They think it's this kid, but it's not. So he gets arrested and he gets killed in prison by Freddy when the main character tries to save him. And the also he took his life because, you know, he kind of looks like he struggled getting strangled. He is, yeah. And anyways, so she decides to take on Freddy herself by going into the dream with him, bring him out, because she could get a piece of his clothing out of the dream. But things go south because the mother decides to drug her own daughter without her consulting. And meanwhile, the mother's getting wasted, she does this while she's getting wasted because the mother's an alcoholic. Non-stop alcoholic. A really heavy drinker. She drinks a whole bottle of vodka by herself, and she's honestly kind of a bitch. One could argue Frey's the hero of the film, and it's like I would argue because, well, she's the most annoying character in the film, and the only annoying character in the movie. That year, just wants to die, and Freddy takes her life. At the end of the movie, with this one, yeah, it takes life when things seem all well and end well, and be unhappy, and it turns out Freddy's still alive, and it kills the mother. So anyway, so the main character is now drugged. Now she can't wake up for the dream. Apparently, it seems that way. That's the plan's not going to go a little south, you know. So yeah, so this one she because when she just gets drugged, really a bit heavily drugged. So yeah. You know, just tell me the mother's like sees proof about the dreams being a real thing, and the daughter's right to be afraid, but the mother doesn't take anything to consideration that the daughter might be right. So wait, anyway, let's get to the end. So she takes on Freddy Krueger, brings him out of the real world. After trying to take him on his turf, she brings him out in the real world on her turf. In the real world, in her house. And that's when scenes get all stupid in this movie. Stupid. Because now it wants to be a Home Alone movie. Where we see Freddy clumsily getting his ass handed to him by a bunch of childish booby traps. That looks like it came from a fucking children's cartoon. How they're set up. That you swear to God, Kevin from the Home Alone movies, you swear this is where he would get his inspiration for setting up booby traps. Except they're actually harmless booby traps. Unlike Kevin's. If it happened in real life. So, from the Home Alone film. So, but it has that Home Alone style of how he stumbles in these traps. Once he gets to the end of the movie, it's really stupid. And you're wondering, is this guy supposed to be scary or not? Because he's getting his ass handed to him by a bunch of traps pretty clumsily. And I guess the daughter set up a bunch of traps before she went to bed. Which she did, you saw her, and it's so... Oh, this is sad. And it's like... It went from being a really dark, scary movie to being very comical, so comical, it is straight up laughable and stupid. Once it gets to this part, you're painfully aware of how laughable and stupid it is. And she beats Freddy Krueger. So it seems by saying that she wants her mother back because she's not afraid of him anymore. And she says to Freddy, and Freddy tries to kill her, and it turns out it didn't work. And now, looks like reality completely reset itself. So obviously they're in a dream. Because the car that they get into locks itself and is driving by itself off away. And outside is styled, painted to look like Freddy Krueger's sweater. So that's how I know it's a dream. And then Freddy Krueger lunges at the mother and kills her, and also in the dream after taking away the kids, you know? It's so stupid. This is a stupid movie. You know, whatever this movie had going for, it's like once it got to very comedical, Home Alone side was like Freddy Krueger stumbling a bunch of old booby traps, and for some reason didn't see it coming. Because saying that he's like can enter the dream, so he thinks he can also enter their subconscious, which he can. We find out later in later installments. Find out what their deepest fears are and use it against them. You would think he would use their subconscious to find out what the heck their plan is. So he doesn't stumble like a damn fool into traps. And to when we're fucking laughing at this guy. You know, when you're laughing at the guy that's a serial killer because he's stumbling a boot trap, you have instantly failed at a horror movie, I say, at making one that's competently written. And competently scary. It's like, just why did it have to go down this way? I don't know. I didn't make the movie, so this gets a 0 out of 10 for me because I'm just so pissed. This could have been a really good movie or a halfway decent movie, but I'll never know. I think it could have been really good if it didn't went this comedical route of seeing Freddy clumsily stumbling into booby traps. So yeah, 0 out of 10 this gets.